A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Shootin'! Well. Welcome back to Shootin' the Poodoo. I'm back this week, back with my awesome crew. We've got Mike.
Hi, I'm back.
We've got Claire.
Hi, I'm Claire.
And special guest, Rob from YouTube.
Yo.
What is it, Creative Eye?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Creative Eye on YouTube. Check it out. Welcome, Rob. How you been?
Hey, man, I'm chilling. Taking in all the greatness of the movies that's been coming out lately, and Xbox games and PlayStation games, and just all in all goodness coming.
Yes.
Yeah, Mike. Apparently, you have a just real quick
What?
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I saw the driving game, and I instantly thought of you and your setup. But you got to see the Transformers, Rob. You too.
I went last night. I actually went to go see it in IMAX.
Oh,
That must have been nice.
Yeah,
I feel like that's how you got to get it done.
Yeah, for that one, like I haven't done IMAX lately, but for that particular movie, I said, you know what, let's go check out IMAX, and it was, yeah.
Do we have official IMAX theaters? Like, isn't there supposedly only
King of Prussia has one?
It's King of Prussia where we went. Yeah,
it's the real deal.
Yeah, the real deal. Yeah, we went to the one in King of Prussia.
Okay, well, that's good to know because I did not know that was the one of them was actually in our state. So that's
awesome.
So
check it out. They have, because we were going to go to this particular one first. They have a 4DX there.
Oh yeah, those are nice too.
Yeah, so when you watch the movie, your chair moves and wind blows in your face.
Bananas. I've never done that. And that's
I like the AMC Dolby joint.
Right.
Dude, people getting
AMC
car
Dolby
sick.
joints like that. The chair.
Yeah.
I saw the Batman that way. I was just like,
yeah.
It's like, what's his face? Danny DeVito in his little Batman car. Remember? He's like got
everything
going on, like he's really driving a car and shit.
The only reason why we didn't do 4DX is because we didn't want to be moving around with a popcorn flying all over the place.
Sure.
I could imagine someone get like actually car sick, like watching like a chase scene or something. They do like a first
Transformers
thing
like
going on,
fighting each other. Yeah.
Dude, I remember at the Franklin Mills Mall. Remember they had that? Franklin Mills Institute.
Franklin Institute,
not Mills.
Yep.
Franklin Institute.
Yeah. Franklin Institute. Yeah.
They had that like spherical theater, right? And they did this thing where you fly over Philly. I got sick. I was like a little kid that actually made me sick.
Yeah.
Fun fact: I was there. I went to a pajama party there as a kid and saw Batman Returns on there. So I saw like one of the first IMAX movies.
Oh wow. Okay.
So,
Mike's like humble bragging. Like,
it's whatever though. Whatever. It's fine.
No big deal.
No big deal.
I'm just saying, right now, I went to go see Spider-Verse today.
Okay.
Oh, you did? Nice.
Yeah, because my movie theater, which is just down the street, closed down during COVID, RIP. But it has been resurrected like a phoenix from the ashes.
Nice. Oh, cool. Awesome.
And now it contains what is literally the largest screen in the Midwest.
Oh, sick.
Wow.
I don't know what it's not IMAX.
Right now.
It's enormous. And I did not see Spider-Verse on that because they did not have it on that. But
that's a waste.
You better believe once that Indiana Jones rolls around, once that
for
Flash
sure.
rolls around. Come on now.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Who didn't see Transformers? Okay. So I know about spoilers. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you spoiler free,
Spoiled
some for me. I didn't care, but for people out there, I usually like to give like week,
for sure.
You know, let everybody soak it in.
Yeah.
But Mike straight up just didn't say anything when he was like, "Did you see it?" And I asked him if he did, and then he just went silent with his eyes just bugging out.
Yeah, look, I got real close.
He just kept getting closer, and I'm just like, I guess that's a good thing. We're everyone's gonna be pleased because I know there's like a group of people who didn't really care for the Bayformers movie.
They say Bayformers no more.
Right.
Well,
It's
yeah.
not. It's not that anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you've got the people who, love them. And I know
Mhm.
one, Boop's husband, John, he is on Nerd Herder Cast. Big fan of the Bayformer films, and him of Chris has
Wow.
definitely clashed
okay.
over it.
That's
but
wild.
it's all in love.
But
see,
no,
you know,
There is people like some people in my family actually like the Transformers Bay versions.
Okay.
And but they tend to be younger.
Sure.
Right. And look, and let me just say, like,
they had toys.
when I saw the first one, I didn't like hate it. I was just like,
Me neither. Yeah.
I like the first
they
one.
don't look
I like
like
the
first
one.
Transformers.
Yeah.
Visually,
I didn't hate
was
it either. I didn't hate it either. I
Oh,
just
yeah.
thought I think I was just looking for something different.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
Only
Yeah.
saw the first one.
And
then
also, it's
one-
coming for me is I'm not somebody that ever grew up with like the Transformers toys. I never like did it. I never was into it. So I saw that first.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, that was a pretty cool action movie.
Right.
With
I
Shia
will
LaBeouf and
I will
Megan
tell you.
Fox. Weird.
I will tell you this: as far as those were concerned, I still thought they looked good. I thought they really still looked good, as far as the effects and everything. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
Like
Definitely something
sometimes,
new.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like the way he did it, it was like you couldn't believe he was actually going to put Transformers in live action. Like when it was coming out,
Right.
you were just like, "What is happening?" And like the way he did the noise and how quickly the camera would.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was kind of new for what we were getting. Like
I
he
remember
really
But you better believe that fell off real
new.
quick.
Top card.
I lost interest real fast after
Mhm.
those movies kept coming.
It was just
I
like those
nope.
moments where like a car would be jumping over somebody and transforming at the same time. Happened
Right,
at least 20
right.
times in all the movies.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
Like,
it
that's
got old. It got old real quick.
Yes.
Yeah.
And remember,
Got
like
old real
one
quick.
was like an hour and a half, and two was like 2.5 hours.
Well,
And they were like,
that
"What are
long.
you
It didn't-
doing?
It didn't have to be
So-
that.
Why
long.
are you showing his
So-
parents getting
Wait.
high on campus?" Like, what's happening?
And why so much slow motion? So
Oh.
much.
It's so
There's so
funny that
many
you say
people.
that because you just like reminded me of something. Isn't the
Zack
third
Snyder?
one like 8 years long as well? Isn't the third
They're
one?
all long.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I saw the first two and I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm not like super committed to this. Transformers wasn't my thing growing up, but nostalgia, that's cool. I
Right.
got taken. Somebody was like, will you see this with me? I'm like, sure, I'll go to a movie. So the third one. And the film melted. At our
Good.
theater
What?
about an hour and
God bless
15
you.
minutes in. But I
Wow.
was an hour 15 in, and literally they're
Wow.
like, so we're gonna refund your tickets.
bless
You
you.
can
Michael
go-
Bay is like,
And
you
I'm like, I'm not
literally.
gonna wait around to the next
No.
goddamn screening to be here for 3 more
That's like
hours.
That's
No.
crazy.
quick
The
story
film
that
melted.
happened to me.
Yeah. It was weird. It was like, why did this flicker and then the movie stopped going?
I would love
That
to
happened
be
to
there
me
for something
too.
like that.
Quick story.
Awful.
Like I went to see Ang Lee's Hulk in the theater, and that movie is like long, and it's
Yeah.
like 45 minutes of like nothing but people. And he's literally transforming into the Hulk, and somebody pulls the fire plug, and I was just like,
Oh
What?
no.
Oh man.
Motherfuckers.
Wow.
like he's in the lab, like he's growing greener. We're like, okay, here we go.
Mhm.
This was the preview. It was just, like, it's like, I'm just like,
Wow.
Is this one of the Bayformer ones?
no, I'm talking about when I went to see Hulk, like Ang Lee's
Oh.
Hulk movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Long
the-
time
Sort
ago.
of,
With
film-
superhero
yeah,
movies
yeah.
that were out here trying. They were
Yeah, when they were
trying.
trying when they were trying to do
What?
real life comic book
They were
panels.
like, don't put them in
With
tights.
Banner,
Or laugh at
with
them.
his face, with this my favorite guy, Banner.
Yeah, Eric Bana.
Bana.
Oh
Yep.
God,
I liked him. He's a good actor
He's
too.
a great actor.
He's a great actor.
And Ang Lee's a great director. It just didn't work.
Yeah, it just didn't work on
It
that
just didn't
one.
work.
it worked in the first Star Trek movie.
Yes,
Captain
Nero
great.
yes,
was
that was
freaking
good.
awesome.
Don't
Yeah.
say that to my dad. He'll give you a laundry list of reasons he didn't like it.
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
You know,
Mr.
and I consider
Original
myself a
Star
little
Trek.
bit of the old school Trekkie, but I really liked that version. I thought they did a good job.
Well,
I
that's
loved
because
him.
J.J. Abrams didn't know he was doing Star Wars yet, so he was like, "I'm making a
Yeah.
Star Wars Star Trek movie."
Right,
Star
right.
Trek.
Yeah,
That's
But
Maybe
I'm
Trek
really
Wars.
excited. I showed Ethan last night the the episode from the original Star Trek series where Khan is introduced.
shit.
Yeah,
Like,
oh,
that's
that's
that
one of my
spot in the bay.
favorites.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
because he's never seen any of those movies, he's never seen Wrath of Khan.
Oh my god.
Khan.
So
Khan!
literally, I'm like, we have to show you this episode so I can show you Wrath of Khan.
God!
Mr.
Yeah.
wait,
Yep.
The
I remember that. I
Shootin.
remember the TV episode too where he was introduced.
Ricardo Montalban.
Ricardo Montalban.
And his incredibly low cut shirts and his
Yeah, right.
magnetism.
right. And he kept in shape all those years.
Yeah,
You know, he was
good.
old in shape too.
Yeah, 20 years later, we're at the con. My guy looks real good.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, he was doing his thing.
Words in people's ears. What a guy.
What a guy.
Look at this comment right here. This is one of the bravest men on the planet. God bless you,
that's
sir.
fair.
Yeah.
I
did a
remember
great job.
I had
You took 5 little
grown
men
men.
to the
I
damn
had
That's-
grown men
That's
laugh
that's
at me.
granddad metal right there.
That's right.
I had grown men laugh at me when I went to see Powerpuff Girls in theaters who tore my tickets. They tore my tickets and laughed in my face.
Wow.
When I went to see Powerpuff Girls. It doesn't matter. They worked in a movie theater. I win.
Fair.
Who cares?
So back
Their
to,
life's miserable. All right.
back to Transformers real quick.
Oh yeah, that's what we're
Yeah.
talking about.
I know. Don't worry, guys.
bad.
It's all right
Segue
here.
in.
It's all right here. I let everybody go off and talk about Ricardo
My bad,
Montalban
my
for a little
bad.
bit, and then we
Taking
go
it
right
back.
back to what we're. So, this was a continuation of one of my favorite Transformers movies, which I feel like got a lot didn't do as well because of
100%.
Bayformers. Was Bumblebee.
For sure.
Where we got like precision, like from cartoon or comic book to freaking real life Transformers. They looked so much better in my opinion. And dude, it was in the 80s and that movie fucking rocked.
Yeah. It was dope. And when it came out in what, 2018?
Yeah, and that's,
I think,
no one knew it. I swear to God, I was like,
it was perfect. It was Herbie the Love
watch
Bug.
this.
was a
Yeah.
Transformer.
Right. And this one,
And Haley
which,
Steinfeld's great. So
right. And this one is taking place in the 90s.
yes, it is a sequel to Bumblebee. Yes.
Yep. And
Transformers is gone because they already had a Unicron.
Yeah.
And he was like some fart gas thing.
So wait,
Michael Bay was like,
so Bumblebee was set when in the 80s? What year?
80, like
80,
like
I thought it was
80, like in the 80s, like mid 80s, I think.
Mid 80s,
yes, like the mid
something
80s or something like that.
We're definitely a few years down the road in 94.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael, you're telling me there's like nothing but hip hop in this whole
100%.
Oh my God.
It's set in Brooklyn.
They put those in such perfect spots, man.
Yes,
oh my God.
There are like 5 to 6 major hip hop songs.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like Transformer scene.
Yeah, and it's the right ones for some reason.
100%.
The right ones for some reason. They picked the perfect ones.
I'm like, why is this happening to me? Like, I thought I was like drinking. Like, I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Am I making this up?
Yo,
Like,
let me tell you something.
So is there is there any woo
this year?
Huh?
Who lost? What was his name? I'm sorry. What was that?
Does any Wu-Tang drop in there?
Yes.
It opens with fucking.
It opens with Wu-Tang.
It opens.
Set the tone. You've got to set that tone correctly.
Opens with Wu-Tang.
Shut up. They zoom into a Wu-Tang flag in his room. You're fired.
Oh yes. A poster of the Wu-Tang.
While he's hacking his cable box to watch Juice. God damn it. Watch this movie.
Everybody. You can't get any better promotion than this right here.
I can't stand it.
All right, Mike, you're getting close to spoilers, but it's okay. This is good
wait.
promotional material.
I'm excited. We'll go see it. I'm excited to watch
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah.
And they're smart. The people aren't annoying, and they're smart.
Yes, I will say that they're not stupid and dumb and idiotic, and it's not overcome with people like
You've come a long
like
way from Sam Witwicky and Cade Yeager. I tell you that much.
They didn't take up the whole movie.
They were like, write this down, Cade Yeager. They were like,
that's good though. That's good. I'm glad that when I saw the seriously, when this Transformers trailer came out, I saw it. I literally was thinking Bay, and I'm like, aren't you done, man? Come on, we're done now. And then I heard it was a continuation of Bumblebee, so I'm like, all right, I'm down. But now it's like, this sounds good, man.
Well, Maximals are my Transformers.
Well, that's
my show at my age, because Transformers to me were reruns. They came.
What are they
The
called
movie
again?
came out the year I was born. The Maximals.
The Maximals.
The Maximals. Okay,
Right.
'cause I
Yeah.
remember the
It comes
cartoon.
from the store. From the store. The show Transformers Beast Wars.
Yeah, so I
Right.
remember Beast
Right.
Wars. I remember watching that as a
Yep.
kid, and so that's what got me totally
Yeah,
interested.
and
All
they
right, I'm
picked like the
excited.
right ones because a lot of them are silly.
Right.
Like
yeah.
Rat Trap and Dinobot.
I'm just trying to think
called
of what
Dinobot.
Dinobot song is.
Guys,
at the
why do we got a
beginning.
Dinobot when the entire Power Rangers franchise already exists? Okay.
Right. Exactly.
Has already been done.
Exactly.
Dinobot.
It
We're
It
like,
can't
well,
be, the first song can't be "Bring the Ruckus." Is it from 36 Chambers?
He's
of
on
course
this.
it's from 36 Chambers.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm just trying to think.
Dan will not be
No,
able
no,
to
Dan,
get
it's
it
from
until he
Bring the
figures
Dan,
it
it's
out.
from-
That one's just
1994.
I feel like "Bring the Ruckus" is a little too much
like-
for a
it's
transfer.
1994.
We're not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to be surprised.
Dan, a little history.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
fine.
The record
I will
will
say-
be a
oh.
year old.
Yeah.
So
I will
it's
say this.
1994.
There
Uh-oh.
is near the end an Easter egg and a mid-credit scene, or kind of
Easter
like a
egg?
mid-credit. Yeah,
Hold
like
on,
an
we've
Easter
got
egg
a-
at the
we've got a
end.
mystery
Easter
hacker.
egg.
We've
It's not
got
an
a
Easter egg.
mystery-
Rob.
Well, you know.
That's the future.
Stop the show for a second. Hold on.
Yeah.
We've got a mystery hacker here. Let me just explain really quick. So I was making this StreamYard very last minute. I've been in Houston all week. Got off the plane yesterday full of Xanax and alcohol. And I slipped into a freaking coma when I got home. And I've been asleep all day, like yesterday and pretty much most of this morning. So like my brain has finally like exited that cloud. And I was making this and I was going to send it to you guys, but I accidentally sent it to the Quick Shot crew because you guys are the Poodoo crew. And I sent this to the Quick Shot crew, which is all of the great people that do the quick shots of Broaxium, which
There
you should
are a
check
lot of
out
confused people
on
right
our
now.
YouTube.
Yeah. Maybe
Yes, check
I'm
them out.
on- maybe
These
I'm
are
on
our private
alcohol and
chats.
Xanax because I did not see it in both chats. I
So
saw it in
anyway,
one chat.
all of the Quick Shot crew people now have access. And here's one of them. Rick.
Hey!
Rick has
Hi,
decided
Rick.
to crash. Rick, did you watch Transformers or doing non-spoiler reviews?
Happy birthday, Roke. I know it was
Thank
last
you.
week, but I missed it.
Thank you, brother.
I know. I missed it too
Appreciate it.
because of the same reason, actually.
Dude,
No.
Branding.
Dan, no. This is not your turn to apologize. This is my turn to apologize. You had your chance. You've been talking about Transformers and this whole damn time. You've had your chance to sing Happy Birthday in robot form. It's my turn.
He's right.
With your Corona.
Oh, hey.
You think you are like some kind of Mexican. You ain't Mexican.
Drinking a cerveza in front of that. No lime at
Very
all.
close.
Fucking get him, Rick.
No lime. No lime. No sunglasses on. You're
There's
fired.
no lime in here. Anyway.
Are
Did
you
you
wearing
see?
flip flops?
It ain't dusty enough for a lime. What you talking about? You're in. Shut up.
He had a Modelo last week. Or
Hey, what?
during he had a Modelo during BX Gaming this week. So last week.
That's
so.
cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool.
So Dan likes his cervezas for sure.
So
I was drinking while I was down there. I had Modelo because that's what they had in the hotel. Because like they sell beer everywhere. When you don't live in Pennsylvania, you forget that you can walk into a CVS and there's 6-pack.
Yeah,
beer.
it's wild. Yeah.
Crazy.
The good
Like
the good
fake,
thing is
so.
the good thing is you can't drop an action figure in a Corona bottle.
The good old days. The good old days. When
Maybe an IG88 will fit in there, but that's about
yeah,
it.
it might. If I got that's one of my next ones that needs to be bought. So anyway, Transformers,
Yes.
Rise of the Beasts.
Robots.
Yes.
Cars.
With lots of
is-
goodies and, like I said,
Good voice acting.
I call it an Easter egg. Mike calls it the beginning of a universe.
Well, I'm
about
hoping that they
holidays.
keep going further. Like, if they keep it up with these Transformers movies, I'm all about it because I loved Bumblebee. It was one of my faves.
Yeah.
It's
But
looking good. They scored 2 in a row. That's
Yeah,
impressive.
they did a good job.
Mike, you
I
need
think
to
they.
turn your mic up a little bit or get closer to it.
What about now?
I think.
Yeah,
it's
you're
good.
good.
You got
Yeah,
a little
it-
bit
it-
here.
Eat the
It was a
mic,
good
bro.
movie, man. I mean, yeah, it had its corny parts, but
Yeah,
it didn't take away from the movie.
That's
Pete
good.
Davidson
That's
probably talked maybe a little too much, but
I thought he did awesome, but yeah,
I thought
there
it
was
was good.
moments, but I think he did a good job.
He's been
Anthony
all over
Ramos
the
was really
news.
good too.
Love
He was.
him.
He was
Love,
great.
He,
love.
so there was
In the
one
heights,
thing about
baby.
Pete Davidson. Claire, he got all that. What did you think about the shit he was getting because he bought a dog?
Oh, literally. Okay.
He
The
bought
Pete
a
Davidson
dog.
stuff. Yeah, I mean, I get it, PETA. Like, I agree, not Bill Chop,
PETA,
but
though.
like also, if you're very, very allergic to most dogs, and there was a tragic accident where your mom's 2-year-old Cavapoo, like out of nowhere passed, and you're grieving the loss of this dog, and you are not allergic to Cavapoos, and you want to get a dog for your mom who is trying to get over the fucking get over it, PETA.
Yeah, look,
Like there's so many circumstances with it. Like just I get it. Like absolutely when you can adopt, but like
but I'm also like, what
yeah.
all those dogs that are up for sale? What's going to happen with them? I know
Yeah.
I'm not all about puppy mills. I don't think it's great.
no,
but I
it's
mean,
bad.
dogs, they don't. They're just innocent creatures. People are breeding
Right.
them to death, and they still need a home. So I'm just like, if he bought the dog, it's going to go to a go home. Shut the fuck up, PETA. Anyway,
Yeah.
Pete Davidson was great in Rise of the Beasts, and
Yeah, he was.
I think it's time to start spoiling Spider-Verse.
All right.
Yeah, boy.
Rick, did you watch it?
So excited.
If
about
I
it.
can, we went to go see it for the second time today. We
My
went last
God.
weekend and we saw it again
Awesome.
today as a family. And that's something that we normally don't do, is see movies multiple times. So we went for a second time. We took my son and his friend today, and it was goddamn right. Boom, roast the show. That guy's awesome. This movie, listen, I know we're going to talk spoilers in a second, but spoiler free just for a moment. This movie is one of the most beautiful pieces of cinema that I've seen this year.
Yes.
And
well
Year.
put.
it's
Yes.
made me think about how people talk about animation in
Mhm.
movies. And I know, like, Guillermo del Toro talked about this at the Oscars, was the last year or the year before, that animation is not a genre, it's a method of storytelling.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's made me think about the way movies are made overall, where like
Mhm.
CG in movies is animation,
Yeah.
right?
Right. hmm
Cell shading, 2D drawn, everything that we saw for Visions last month is a form of animation
Right.
and storytelling.
Oh,
And it's a
Mhm.
way to convey, it's a way to put theme and emotion in these stories in a way that maybe a camera can't pick up.
Yeah.
So
Right,
what they
right.
did, especially with the scenes with Spider-Gwen and her dad, the way
Beautifully
these
said.
movies
Yeah.
change in the background,
Oh,
Oh my God. Yeah.
the
it's so
parental
beautifully
connection.
done to convey just the emotion of those scenes. And it's something that the first time we saw it, like, you maybe not so cognizant of everything that's happening around you, but you just notice color changes for mood.
Yeah.
But this time around, like, you know what's coming, so we were able to kind of check and see what is
Yeah.
actually in the background. So like in the beginning of the movie, when Gwen is talking to her dad, there's a scene where it's the Spider-Gwen eyes behind her,
Yeah.
and the whole scene is changing. And not only is it changing, but it's like dripping, it's like
Dripping,
melting
yeah,
as
melt-
it's
yeah.
changing.
Yeah.
So
And
I-
it's so beautifully done. The methodology of the direction. I'm sorry, I'm taking over this moment.
Yeah,
but it
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
so well.
No,
We literally just
no,
came out.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
It's so well done to see creators have the ability to say, no. I want this scene to feel this way, and to have a whole team of people, thousands of people as animators come in and be able to work together cohesively to make this whole project work. And
I'm gonna
absolutely,
talk about that, don't you worry.
Gwen's colors are blue and pink and white. And when I notice when Miles is in like his invisible mode, his outline is blue and pink and white. So it's like, it's a reflection of her. Like, he's noticing her, he's acknowledging
Sees
her.
yeah.
Right.
And yeah, he's so, I'm sorry, like I just go,
No,
it's
it's okay.
such a beautifully done movie. I cannot wait
Yeah.
for Beyond the Spider-Verse. It's such a well done movie, guys.
Yeah.
So
One
person-
connection I made. One connection. I'm real
Yeah,
quick, Mike. And the only
yeah.
So Spider-Man 2099,
Mhm.
he's literally the fandom fucking menace. Go on.
Jesus Christ.
He's got a nicer
anybody
ass.
to change
He's
the
got a
canon,
nicer ass than the
dude.
Phantom
He
Menace.
doesn't want
Facts.
anybody to change what's canon.
Facts.
He needs everything to be the
Dan?
same story every fucking time, whether it's in a million fucking multiverses. It has to be the same story. He's a goddamn dude, bro, on YouTube with the laser eyes. That's
Oh.
Spider-Man 2099.
I don't
You
like
got
that
laser
Oscar
webs,
Isaac
laser
has
webs.
joined the Spider fandom menace. I don't like that very
He
much.
is literally Spider-Man.
Oh no,
Sorry.
he's turned.
Go ahead, Mike. I didn't mean to get
Get
crazy.
off of Twitter and start doing push-ups. Now, beautifully said, Rick, by the way. Beautifully said.
It was beautiful.
The mood temperature of Gwen and her dad, by the way, that's all comic books, brother. By the way, that's all from the Ghost Spider run. All that happens. There are covers that happens on. These guys did their homework so well, and they topped the art, which was like already hard to do. And you were like, when I was telling people, I was like, how was it? I was like, it's a real sequel. I was like, first off, it's the best Spider-Man movie again.
Period.
Like
Done.
because there was one before that it was the best, and that was the first one.
Yeah.
And now it's this one. And they actually made a sequel. They made everything better. The animation is better. The storytelling is better.
Yeah.
How they use the other spider characters are better.
Yeah.
What's going on is better. Like everything about this movie is the reason why the word sequel is important. Remember like the 90s where like a sequel was like a big deal? And you were like, oh man, this is just like, oh, that first movie was really, really good. I just want that, but a little bit like more. That's what this movie
Kickboxer
was.
2.
Kickboxer 2. You know? Kickboxer 2, Rick.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, seriously though, like,
but that's
4. No, no, but seriously, this movie rules. All the guests, all the like small people that got to play a role in this movie as like voice cast is great. Andy Samberg as Scarlet Spider was like everything I wanted and more.
Yes.
I love the Scarlet. He looked perfect.
Jorma as
perfect.
from the Lonely Island as the Vulture, by the way. So
which was so perfect.
So good. Yeah. Renaissance Vulture, like how they did like that art for that was like, what? Like what's happening?
Yeah.
So good. The reason why Miles is wearing 42, besides the name with the color of the spider, Jackie Robinson, you know, being a part of a team.
It's also the answer to everything from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's the answer.
It's the answer to everything, but it's not a reference to that.
I know
so much. It's Jackie Robinson.
But you know what's cool compared to the both things that you guys are saying is that it's cool that Lord got actual comic book artists to design the film. I think one of the main ones was Chris Anka, I think his name is. Anka was one of the main designers of the film, a comic book artist. So they gave it that true feel, you know, which was really dope.
How about like putting those editor's notes and shit in there, like where like you could find it in this comic, like you could almost you're almost pulling straight from the comic books.
Yep, Easter eggs in the Columbia lady.
So I can pause it.
So yep. Wait, I saw that.
Sorry. No, literally all the little like as seen in this or so and so.
Yeah,
that's all
I'm like, I want to pause this, but I can't because I'm in a movie theater.
right.
That's all
and some of them
stuff.
are so quick and it keeps going, and I'm like, it was so good, and I want to own it now. So I can do that.
You want to talk about a boss move for this movie? How about hiring a 14-year-old to animate the Lego bits?
Oh
so
man.
Cool.
I mean, to watch
the second. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I would say the trailer that kid made a couple of months ago in May. Put the thing on Twitter in May. And then they contacted him and say, hey, we got the sequence we want to do. They threw it into the movie, and he did it on his spring break, on his weekends, and in the evenings. I mean, come on, man! Like I read an article about this kid, Preston. I forget his last name. 14 years old, and he's a child of color. He's a black kid.
He's in it.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was
Manga
awesome.
Spider-Man did it. He's doing the chase.
Yeah, and the funny thing about it is that it's not just a great comic book movie. It's just a great movie overall. You don't even have to put comic book on the beginning of that. It's just a great movie
Well
all
done.
in all.
So
Well
did
done.
So
all this
well
fight-
done.
so did-
Who
so
can't
did all
relate
of this-
to that though? Like
Yeah.
that story of like everybody had that phase. I'm still at times firmly in it where you're like, I don't
Your blonde
know if
phase?
I
Is
can
this your blonde
possibly-
phase?
I don't have one of those Twitter. I'm sorry. I've never dyed my hair, man. I have, but not that color.
It's
I'll
hard
fight
to
you
trust
off.
your
Like, how can
parents.
you not understand to like it's such a vulnerable spot, especially as a kid, to feel like you have something that to share with your parents that you feel will make them see you differently.
Mhm,
Whether
right.
it's, whether it's your sexuality, whether it's what you're into. Like, I get still made fun of from my parents with love about Star Wars shit.
Yeah,
And
of
like
course.
there's so many other things that people can, or like when you screw up really bad as a kid, you're like, oh my god, I can't count on them because it's going to change everything. They're going to see me as
Mhm.
this bad person now. And
Right.
it's like that's such a universal thing, and across every Spider-Verse, having all of these Spider-Men like have this experience, and watching Miles, of course your wonderful parents are gonna love you, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Tell them
Yeah.
you're the damn
Yeah, dude.
spider. God,
Yeah.
Tell him. Just tell him.
just tell
Yeah.
them.
Like, tell him.
I
And
was
and
like
it's
dying.
it was just such a great connection, like with Gwen and Miles, with like their parents, and like how it's just like like you said, we all have it. Like these are people who have disciplined you and have made you do things that you didn't want to do growing up your whole life. Yes, it was to teach you right and wrong, and to guide you and to everything like that. But those, you know what I mean? Like they're not the first people you're going to think to open up everything
Right.
about yourself to. Your parents aren't the first people that you think to do that with, just because of that relationship. Even if you have a great relationship with them, it's really
Mhm.
tough because you think that they think of you as one way when you're ready to tell them something different about yourself that they don't know. And
Mhm.
it's tough because you don't want to let them down. You
Yeah.
don't want them like to be disappointed in you. Or
Right.
it's such tough feelings to deal with when you've been one way with them your whole life, and now you're telling them something different. You're about to unload some information that they have no clue about, and it's scary.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
love
all,
how
but
they
it's
pack-
also listening to a source that you might not reach for in the immediacy with a guy like Abby with Spider Punk.
Mhm.
Listen, as a kid who grew up in the punk rock world where, you didn't, in the 80s, the punks and the skateboarders were the ones that you stayed away from because they were doing the marijuana.
Oh no.
We were the
They were
bad
doing the
kids in the
tweed.
80s. So if you ever watched the after school
Yeah,
specials,
Kevin.
that was us. So what I'm saying is, if you watch Spider Punk in this movie, he's stealing shit off the wall. But
Love
he's also like he's going to be the one to follow come the
DIY,
next
bro.
movie. He's going to be the one that's like, listen, I'm going to be your influence. I'm going to take you in a place where you didn't expect, where other people didn't tell you that you needed to be, because I've seen things you haven't seen and you might not be able to understand yet. That's the influence of this outsider world that the weirdos and the freaks, can lend to people who grew up in normal circumstances. You know what I mean? Everybody's got weird upbringings, but there's always the way weird people on the outside that can always lend their little bit of influence.
Mhm.
Of course.
And now,
I mean,
comic
you
book
can-
history with Mike Roker. So,
you can learn something from anybody. Go ahead, Mike.
Spider-Punk was a costume first. Little game came out called Spider-Man by Insomniac. And they needed costumes. So they were like, let's make a Spider-Punk, right? It just so happens that in that year, there was just like one shot they came out called Spider-Punk. Like nobody
Banned in
about
DC.
And it happened. Turns out he was this punk rock dude that became a Spider-Man in his world. Also turned out to be a black punk rock dude. So he's like heavily influenced by like Bad Brains and that whole movement. And that's awesome. And then last year, there was this like 6-issue run of his actual universe and what it looks like of him being Spider-Man in it. And every Spider-Man villain is after a band, and Hobgoblin has Misfits hair and stuff like that. And it's totally rad. And I knew with Daniel Kaluuya playing him, and already knowing what this character is, reading him and owning these issues, I was like, we got to put this book on a recommendation table at the store. We sold every Spider-Punk book that weekend.
It was so funny
bet you
because
did.
it was so funny because
Everyone.
that caused a bunch of
There it is.
drama.
Hell
when
yeah.
That's the
it
cover of
caused
the
a bunch of
book.
drama. Like the latest one that came out, the latest run of Spider-Punk, when it dropped, people got mad because he was talking about, kicking the shit out of fascists. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well,
He said it in the movie,
reason
too.
you would get
You gotta-
mad
you gotta
about it
look at
is
it,
if
Hey,
you
that's punk.
are
That's
That's
superheroism.
punk rock, man.
Yeah.
but
Punk rock, dude.
y'all, I hope
just-
y'all realize, all y'all who are mad at Spider-Punk for doing that, being a fascist is not something that
nobody likes
not
it.
cool.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not something to be
man.
proud of, gang. Like,
Also, him killing
I don't know.
everything, Dan,
Crazy
was
thought.
him making the watch for Gwen at the end.
Yeah.
By the way.
I like that he looked out
Watch.
for Miles. I like that he looked
Yes.
out for Miles.
Well, he
Yeah.
saw it, dude. He
He was
saw
like,
it. I
that
ran
was
away.
really dope.
palms.
Yeah,
See,
yeah. Use your
I don't
palms.
I honestly, I don't understand why he was even part of the fucking Spider Cops anyway. Like it seems like Spider-Man 20, like Miguel was too intense for a guy like him, and maybe the only reason he did it was because he could, throw a
probably
wrench in the
liked-
wheel, like
Yeah.
something.
He probably got talked to it, like Gwen, and was just like, I'm gonna just chill here until,
yeah.
you know what I mean? And then he met
And
Miles and
Listen,
was like,
listen. I'm going to break it down real quick. Miguel O'Hara in these movies, as much as I love Oscar Isaac, and Miguel O'Hara has an amazing ass in New York. He's a Colin Robinson. He's an energy vampire.
Yeah.
He's sucking shit from all of these people, trying to tell them what they can and cannot. You know what I'm talking about, Claire. You're laughing. The show's coming back in a month, guys.
I'm so excited, by the way. I cannot wait for it. My
Listen,
favorite show on TV. Oh my god.
I didn't notice it in the beginning of the movie when they're fighting Vulture. There's a moment where he's like fangs out,
you know why,
gonna
right?
grab the Vulture, and I was like, oh shit, I completely forgot about all of
Yeah.
that.
People forget.
And he is 100% that person. He is an energy vampire. He's
He's an
gonna.
energy- he
he's
has
gonna-
he has legit
thanks.
venom.
Well, he did
Coming out
say
of his
something
fangs.
about he did call him a vampire or something like that
He's
when
a
he was
vampire.
fixing his
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It's loosely,
he is-
loosely implied in the
And
comics.
loosely, yeah.
Remember,
So what,
Okay.
like quick
20
background of Spider-Man 2099, because I
Okay.
always I
Okay.
never read the series, but I always loved the way he looked. Like
So
his character.
Marvel made a 2099 everything. They tried
Everything.
everybody.
All
Yeah.
right, I know that
X-Men,
too.
Ghost Rider, Hulk, Punisher,
Yeah.
Spider-Man. All
Okay.
trash. Except for Spider-Man.
All trash.
Literally garbage. You're just like
Spider-Man was
guys,
actually good.
It's the only good one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
it
was
was. Yeah.
It's the only one anybody remembers. It's the only good one. It's so good. He has a book out now. It's the only good one. It's the only good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
The unfortunate part about him is getting his early stuff is hard to get. They made an omnibus. It's like $100. It came out in 2022, and it's gone.
Oh
But
yeah, well the
Gwen's
second-
everywhere. Punk's everywhere. Miles is never stopping. He's a freight train, so
Oh.
he will continue to have books. But yeah,
Oh yes, show it. Focus.
Nice.
Hell
Just
yeah.
now,
I got a-
now that we're getting
I got a
Spider-
copy
That
in
was,
my
that
closet.
was the
right
first
over here.
one. That was the
Oh,
first one. That was
Yeah,
number
I
one.
totally
Yeah.
remember that look too.
Yep.
With Spider Gwen being in this, and her getting this nice spotlight, I'm so hoping that Deadpool introduces Gwenpool somehow.
Well,
Tell
the
me that
only-
would be so fucking cool.
That'd be cool, but the only thing that needs to happen in Deadpool is Hugh Jackman putting on the costume. Which
Facts.
What?
There's
Hugh Jackman
Listen.
put the costume on. That's pretty much all I need to see.
All right.
Yeah, if
There's
they,
a
if
moment-
they
It's
don't
happening.
do that, it was a waste.
It's happening. It's
Yeah.
happening.
There's a
was
moment
a
towards the end of the movie where Miles goes back home, and
Yeah. Yep.
spoilers, he's not where
Yep.
he's supposed to be. But there's a poster on the wall that looks almost like the Deadpool mask, where it's like broken in half and it's it's kind of two halves.
Oh shit.
There's also in that room, and I just noticed it today too. There's like blueprints of the Prowler gloves on the right side.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
Right there. I was like shaking my head. I was like, yo, there they are. She's like, what are you
Yeah.
pointing at? I was like, the Prowler gloves.
Yeah.
Speaking of that,
I
But do you-
knew
but
that was
do-
going to be involved. I was so excited when all of that came back, and and that moment of realizing, oh fuck, we're in the wrong place.
And
Yeah.
Miles
And,
had wearing
like-
a purple hoodie.
But like
Yeah,
also
and-
Donald Glover like being there, I was like,
Oh.
he's coming back.
Yes.
Prowler.
Yeah.
Donald
Yeah,
Glover.
Pillow
Wait,
Fort.
hold
Fort.
on.
Okay.
What
Alright.
connection does he have? Was he in one of the first movie?
He's
Is the
in the
voice?
second
He-
Tom
he
He
was
was
Holland.
in No Way Home.
He was in this. No, he was in
No Way
the
Home.
Homecoming.
Homecoming.
He was in
yeah.
Homecoming.
Yeah, one of those.
Spider-Man Homecoming. He was in that playing the uncle of Miles.
Yeah, he was jacking the
Yeah.
car in the parking lot.
Because you got to remember the way that Miles Morales even came to be was because of Donald Glover.
Yep, 100%.
So
100%.
it's like meta on top of meta.
He
Wait a
voiced
minute.
him.
Wait a minute. You're talking about
Brian Michael
the-
Bendis. Bendis
talking
saw the Community episode with Donald Glover wearing a Spider-Man
Pajamas.
set of pajamas in the Pillow Fort
Yeah.
episode, and he saw Donald Glover do a stand-up bit where he was talking about black superheroes,
Yep.
and he said,
Oh, all right. I remember that.
and
Yeah.
he
Comedy
said,
Central special.
he said, I would like to see that, and he pitched it to Marvel, and that's where Miles Morales came from.
Yep.
And
Fuck,
he voiced
because-
him. He voiced him in the
the cartoon, right?
cartoon, which that Spider-Man shows up in this movie.
Right.
Oh,
Yep.
cool.
Yep.
Oh my god, dude! Ever since Miles hit the
That little
pages,
small one,
I was
There's
interested.
like
in
the
it.
cartoon one. That's like it's all
Yeah.
connected. When Andrew Garfield showed up, it was like I told y'all.
Yeah.
Deep State is real.
Yeah.
We got a live action Donald Glover as the Prowler in the
Yeah.
dimensional spider jail.
Yeah.
And
Busted. He got
instantly my
busted.
brain went to, are they? But like, here's the thing that I also wasn't sure of, though.
Make Solo
Because-
2 happen.
Well, make
Come
Solo
on.
2 happen, but listen, now we know that it's all connected in a world, and it seems like Miles is in this dimension that's like
Listen,
animation, right? And
It's
Right.
connected
other
even bigger.
Spider-Man happen into this. So
It's connected even bigger because in the beginning of the movie, you have Gwen and Miguel talking about Doctor Strange and the nerdy kid from Earth 19999999999,
Right.
which is Tom Holland.
Yeah.
And then we see the bits with Uncle Ben, with the Spider-Man from the other movies and stuff.
yeah,
This is all like my son asked me today. He's like, is this all canonical? And I'm like, no, but yeah, it is. But there's
It is.
overlap in these things
Oh,
with the
matters.
multiverse.
Yeah. It
matters.
most
They-
definitely matters.
It
Yeah.
matters.
what scares me here is
but at any point though, they can break it and separate it and say this is the one thing, this is the other. You know, yeah. For right now, it is. But at any
But
point, they can
showed
say
it, so
we found
I
we
don't
found
think
the
they pull it
split.
back.
But
Oh,
here's
good
what I
point
was
about
getting to. Here's what I was getting to.
You put in
are
Leo
they with-
down. That's how you break it.
but are they limiting Miles
You know what I'm
Morales
talking
now
about.
just to animation?
No, he's coming.
No, he's coming live.
Coming.
They
because
announced
that's-
it.
He's coming.
That's
Yeah.
all right, because that's what
They
I was
did?
afraid of, man. I was afraid that
100%.
what
I
they were
called this
showing
a
us
while
all these
back,
different
man.
Lawrence
dimensions.
Fishburne.
And it was just like, well,
Yeah.
Miles is in this, you know,
No,
Miles is
they're
in
going
this
to
only
ancient.
animation.
Oscar,
Yeah.
Oscar win.
Yeah. Dan, I think to tell you
There-
the truth,
there are a
Dan, man,
lot of
I think they
clues.
have no choice but
There
to
are a
do
lot
it
of
That's what
live.
I'm saying,
There are a lot
especially
of
after I saw
clues.
Donald Glover as the
Yeah.
Prowler. I was like,
So
he's
here's the-
coming.
So here's the
Yeah.
first clue. Here's what people may not know. People know the game. People know this movie. So in the game, Peter's in college. Miles is in high school. In this movie, Peter's a grown man. Miles is in high school.
Mhm.
In the comics, Peter Parker is 3 years older than Miles Morales.
He
Wow.
was 16 when he died.
Right. He was 16 when he died, and Miles was like 13 when he became.
Yeah, he's in middle
Why
school.
not?
He's in middle school.
He's going into high school.
Right.
They're going to I don't see them on not casting Shameik Moore.
Yeah.
I think they're going to have to age Miles again a little bit.
Tavi
Mm.
Diggs, he can do it.
He could do it too, but I think it needs to be Shameik Moore at this point. Like he's.
Do you really?
Denzel.
But really though,
Denzel can do
I
it.
think by the
Denzel
time
can
they
do
do
it.
it, I think we're
13-year-old.
gonna be too old by the
Oscar
time he does
Maybe-
it.
Well, here's the thing. I thought the end of this movie was going to be him going to some multiverse, and it's a first person view of a real life.
Oh,
Miles,
Right,
and
right.
you see some sort of clue that they're in 1999999.
Listen,
Mhm.
I heard after the whole, like when all of this kerfuffle happened, that
love that
Kerfuffle.
the contract was made that if Miles ever came into live action, that Scarlett Johansson could just do it.
God damn.
Oh, by the way,
A giant.
I didn't know this, but
No.
Well done.
He got the boot.
Well
No.
I'm telling
It's
Colin
34
Jost.
minutes.
Chris somehow messaged me in my brain, and
But I didn't realize this until yesterday, that the alternate version of Miles's uncle, where he went at the end of the movie, where he wasn't the Prowler and Miles was the Prowler, the person that played did the voice was Mahershala Ali.
It was always Mahershala Ali.
What did you do?
It made me happy that they
I
brought
was
him
like,
back.
what? Why didn't you know that?
You let the air right out of his balloon.
I'm gonna get off now.
No, when I
That was
saw
always
it,
him. But he's like,
Claire?
yes,
I never paid attention to that
all day long. Yeah.
What did you say, Claire?
Well,
for
see,
some reason.
That's the thing, though.
Back,
You
I
get
was
wrapped up
really
into it,
excited.
you don't notice.
Yeah.
I
was
did
like,
not.
yeah, that's him.
I'd never realized that, dude. I don't know.
The way this movie ends is everybody from the first movie's back now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's what I liked at the end. There was she grabbed the old crew and she could.
well,
Yeah.
did
So
you
do you
notice
think-
in the beginning of the movie she's recruiting them
Mhm.
because she's talking about how she used to be in a band while being in this band.
Oh, she's getting the band
And
back.
then
Right
the
back
drums
together,
started
right.
playing again at the end, and she was
She's one of the
like,
Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
it's-
So we can all pretty much say that this is kind of like the Empire Strikes Back of the Spider.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so
He's
who do
tied
you
to a
think is-
punching bag, Dad. It's
So
the
we know-
Empire Strikes Back.
Well, so we know that Holes, the whole
Spot.
guy.
His name
Shia
was
LaBeouf.
Spot. It's really
Spot.
easy.
Shout out
Spot.
to Jason
So
Schwartzman.
we know that Run Spot Run is like
Run,
is
Spot,
pretty
Run.
much the overall bad guy, but also Miguel is kind of the bad guy
He's
too.
gonna
Right
turn, dude. Relax. He's
Yeah.
Oscar
now. He's
Isaac.
coming back. You think he's going to come back?
He's a hero.
You know what? He's going
I
to get
think-
thrown
I
into
think-
another universe where he
He's
sees
tiny
his
man.
daughter, or like that thing happen
No, he's
again,
gonna
and something's
turn.
going to touch
He's
his
gonna turn.
heart. And
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
gonna touch.
something.
He's
He
gonna
also says
I
he's,
thought
gonna
he
he's
was
the one and
doing
only
it.
Spider-Man of his universe.
Yeah. And not only
Like they
that,
all do,
they
so.
they did so well with Spot, man. They
They did a really
really
good job.
did such a
Dude, the
good job with
banter-
him.
The banter
Fun fact.
between him and Miles was like,
Yeah,
some of the
that was
best
so
shit
awesome in the
ever.
beginning.
And
That
just
was
for-
great.
Like best friends.
You didn't see it going that way by that
No.
banter. You thought he was going to be just some, willy-nilly villain that, was
Yeah.
easy to capture and everything like that. And he just, they killed it with him.
Well, I
He's
mean,
a
that's
nemesis.
even what that's.
He's
Sorry,
straight
go
up
ahead.
nemesis.
Yeah, for
credit
sure.
Jason Schwartzman for just being wonderful.
amazing all the time.
Yeah.
Amazing voice acting. Amazing all
I
the time.
miss you
But
so much.
A spot. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure, man. That was,
It's been a minute
It was
since
just
he's
awesome.
been doing anything.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, it's him.
Maybe-
It's good to
made me
see
so
him, see him
happy.
doing something now.
yeah. March 2024,
Yep.
part 2.
Yes.
So,
Right.
any
Lord
last
Miller,
words
man.
about Spider-Verse? Because Michael's about to break down a ton of game news that we just got today.
Oh man, the games. Woo.
I do want to point
out
out the Avatar Spider-Man. I don't remember her actual character in the movie was Amanda Stenberg,
Yes.
who we're going to see in the Acolyte next
word.
year.
Was she
Yeah.
the one that could
I was-
make different things of herself?
Yeah.
Spider
The
Bite.
one
No, no,
eating,
yeah,
the
she-
one eating
Spider Bite,
burritos in her
right?
chair.
Yeah,
Spider-Bite.
Spider-Bite. Yeah,
Spider-Bite.
Right, right.
yeah, I couldn't remember her name.
Oh, by the
Yeah,
way,
that-
the
it was-
one that says, there's no escape, right? The one that's like talking to him. That's Metro Boomin, by the way. That's the guy who scored the movie. He's like
That's
made up
cool.
Spider-Man from that area. 'Cause
We're getting there.
I was like, you're not anyone. Also, Web Slinger is real.
We're getting there.
By the way, Claire, if you were wondering,
the
Web
horse.
Slinger is
I was.
real.
Yeah.
I was
with
with
his
the
horse.
mask
Is the
on the
horse
horse.
made of mask?
Widow. Yeah. Yeah.
Peter
this movie
Parked
real.
car.
Peter Parked
Peter
car is
Parked
also
car.
real. Peter Parked car is also real. Yeah.
I love
The
seeing
freaking
the
Tyrannosaurus
Spider-Cat
Rex.
from the games.
Yes, but
Yeah.
as far as Rex is also real.
Spider Cat.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Spider-Cat.
Random
Spider-Cat
shout
is
out to
also
my
real.
fiance who just dropped this off.
Dude,
King amongst
when-
men. Thank you.
He should be
He's
coming
your
over here to
Spider-Cat.
drop up one of those off.
Claire?
I know, right?
If-
He'll
I'm
be
not that
right
far
over
away,
here.
your cat's ever hack
gonna
up
marry
a
him, Claire.
spider ball.
It's Pride Month.
Not if I marry him first.
You have a superhero cat.
I do. I gotta get Ayla. I have a ginger cat now. Put her in a
Exactly.
little Spider-Man costume. She would be so pissed off, but it would be so cute.
Yeah, it would.
And then I
Oh,
need
man.
the Count Dooku
The only
cape
one I
for
didn't
Dukes.
see was Spiders Man, which is a
Spiders?
Spider-Man made out
Yep.
of a million spiders.
We saw Doc
you.
Ock Spider-Man though.
Yep, we did.
Yeah, we also we also saw a cartoon Doc Ock with Alfred Molina saying, "Hello, Peter."
Hello, Peter.
Didn't we get to see issue 1 Spider-Man too?
We saw 60 Spider-Man when he's web slinging and he cramps up.
Okay.
Right, and he cramps. Right, yeah. I
We
thought
saw-
that was
Because the
hilarious.
60s were a long time ago.
We saw
Yeah, I don't
we
wanna
saw a
age, so I'm gonna be quiet.
Mysterio. We saw a female Mysterio and a Moose Stereo.
A Moose
Yes,
Stereo,
we did.
yeah.
A Moose Stereo. one.
Oh, by the way, Moose Stereo is a Peter Porker villain. Thank you.
I love that. That's an actual thing.
Oh,
all of his villains are animals.
Did you notice
like
it?
other
The-
Marvel
the-
villains?
I love it.
So
I love it. Wait,
And-
send
and-
me
Peter
issues.
I will
Parker's
send you
baby had
things.
Spider-Man
I will send you
jammies.
things. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
I said his Peter Parker's baby had Spider Ham jammies on.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god,
lo-
that
I
was the
saw that.
best thing
She's
ever.
also Spider Girl when she grows up.
Yes.
She's made a
Me
Parker
too.
become Spider.
I love it. God.
All right.
I
And
love
I
you,
will
Ro.
say,
You know I
last
do.
thing I want to say about Spider-Verse is I saw all the articles online before I went in to see the Spider-Verse film about how Gwen Stacy is a trans character potentially.
Mhm.
At the very least is 1000% exploring the narrative of being a trans person and having a part of yourself that doesn't fit in the way that the world wants you to be, and have your family
Kind of like the Little Mermaid.
kind of like the Little Mermaid. I haven't seen the Little Mermaid.
I just mean it. It's a story written by a gay man about what it means to not
Yeah.
fit into a world that won't accept you.
Exactly. And like, especially with the beauty of when like a lot of the conversations that Gwen was having with her father about, about how Spider-Woman is a menace and how Spider-Woman is a negative thing, and doesn't realize he's saying all these awful things to his child who is this person. And just like to have the colors of the trans flag like watercolored into the background as it like dissolves away the whole world of just like there was so much imagery where I feel like that's got to be a little bit of what they're going for. I feel like that's something, it was so beautifully done in the art and in Gwen's story. And it's such a shout out to my trans friends who saw this and connected with it, because my heart was just like, oh my God, this is exactly that thing that they're trying to tell, that feeling.
I think that's you're totally right. Where we were talking about earlier, where it was just like being able to
Spider Cat
tell your parents about something that has changed about you, or something that has always been there inside of you that they never knew about, and you're bringing that up to them, and it's scary because you don't
Also,
know what's going to happen.
Real quick, Spider-Woman Issa Rae was amazing.
Spider-Man what?
Spider-Woman. She's going to be the one that turns Miguel, by the way.
Spider-Woman was freaking awesome. Yeah, oh yeah.
She's the one that turns Miguel. So,
Yeah.
It's his baby.
Even though
It's his
every
baby.
single action scene, I was like, pregnant lady in the fight scene.
Hold on,
Other than
motorcycle
that,
bouncing off of spider webs.
Right, I'm
Whose
like,
baby is that?
they say that you
I
can't.
forgot.
Miguel's.
I never read it.
Is it
that
Miguel's?
I don't know. I'm
Oh,
just
no.
saying it is
No,
because
I
she
don't
said
know.
he's beautiful.
I'm
He got a nice
driver.
butt.
sitting there, I'm like, you can't even ride the Little Mermaid ride at Disney if you're pregnant, okay? You are on your motorcycle bouncing
Yeah.
off of shit.
Well,
Come
look at
on,
what Peter's
careful.
doing.
It's
He's
probably-
like, who wants to go out with Daddy again?
Yeah.
that baby better be
Great.
super,
It was
because
so good.
it's,
Of course it is.
yeah.
Oh yeah, for
Of
sure.
course it is.
Yeah, I cannot wait for this last movie. What did you guys
Last.
know what the projection is? Like how much? Won't be the
March-
last. but I mean, the
March
third-
2024. March.
24 years.
Less than
2024.
a year.
Rob is
Yep.
on it. March 2024.
Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Beyond the Spider-Verse. Yes,
Meaning
sir.
of coming in real life. That's literally what it said.
Nice.
Can I?
Wait, did it say
Can I-
it's coming in
can I
real
say-
life?
No, but it's coming in real
Be
life.
human.
It's
Be
happening.
human.
The Spider-Verse. Yo, look, we've been seeing shit about aliens, and the
Oh, here we
FBI is
go.
talking
Here we
about
go.
aliens,
Here we
and
go.
there's
Yo.
some shit that happened in Texas the other day. So the Spider-Verse
And
might be
explosions here in Philly.
Yeah,
Explosions.
death
Yep.
clouds that covered the cities, made the
Don't look
sun
up.
red, so Superman
up.
can't save us all.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Anyway,
Oh man.
So we're screwed. Anyway,
Xbox.
Can I?
We are screwed.
Real quick, Dan? Can I just say just a couple quick words?
of
No.
course.
I'm just kidding.
That was
Go
awesome.
ahead.
No,
that was awesome.
Go ahead,
I'm
Rick.
sorry. Please go
Hell
ahead.
yeah.
Claire.
I want to know what you have to say. I promise.
He's gonna say a couple of quick words.
I'll mute myself.
I just wanted to say how much I love Boop. That's all. I love.
Wait,
Boop.
what?
Boop's good people.
Boop is good people.
Boop is good people.
Never mind. I'll unmute
I love
myself for
Boop.
that. Boop.
See,
That's all.
It's-
They are.
Boop, I
the
love you. I'm
loveliest-
looking right into the camera.
You
Stop
can see
talking,
the-
Claire, for just 1 second. Just 1 second.
Got it.
Boop, I love you.
that's it.
Claire, settle down.
So
Never.
Michael, if
Yes, sir.
anybody here, if anybody
Boop is
here
canon.
an
I don't know
Xbox
if he's in.
fan,
Boop is canon. Yes, he's
Boop
canon.
is canon.
she's definitely.
I made that
canon,
happen.
right?
I
Oh,
wrote
yeah.
an email. I wrote.
Yeah. She-
Listen, Wong heard you.
they became canon in the one Star Wars comic. It
And
was
Dr. Afra.
Or Dr. Afra comic. Yes.
Dr. Afra's father.
Boop, congratulations.
refers to Afra as Little Boop.
Little Boop.
That is Afra is Boop. Boop is canon.
They're now Little Boop. Congratulations, Boop.
Little
Little
Boop.
Boop. See,
Yes.
Go ahead, Dan. You can go ahead now.
we will continue on. We have
Hey,
covered
where's Chris?
all of the
Chris
Spider-Verse.
doing?
Look at you! Stop it! Anyway, and we had some
Happy birthday, Roke.
Xbox
Thank you,
showcase.
man.
Xbox showcase. How is nobody happy about this, Rick? You keep interrupting me in the middle of the Xbox showcase.
Hey, did you hear
segue.
about the Xbox thing that happened today?
So there's been a lot of video game news within the last 2 days, but yes, today
Take it away,
was-
Roke. Let's talk about
Today
it.
was Xbox Showcase,
Yeah.
as well as Bethesda doing a Starfield thing after that. But Xbox had a showcase where they showed Fable. Fable is coming back.
Ayawade!
Richard
Richard
Ayoade is a giant
Oh.
who gets hard bodied by whoever you make. I guess it's a very fun trailer. Yeah, so that's supposed to happen today.
Yes, it
Sure did.
I hate
A bunch of
everyone.
stuff. And a lot of things were Game Pass exclusive. Payday 3 is real, which is great.
Yep.
What's Payday?
So Payday is a heist game, first-person shooter where you rob
Payday
banks.
is a candy bar with
Payday
peanuts
is a
on the
candy
outside.
bar.
That's all I know it as a sweet and salty treat.
Mike, tell me Mike, tell me this, Mike. Mike, one of the
Yeah.
games that they announced at Xbox Showcase,
Okay,
didn't you think it was BioShock before they said the name?
which one?
Clockwork Revolution?
Oh yeah. I mean, you know,
What did it
I
look
swear-
very steampunky?
Oh, it looked,
Yeah.
yes, it did.
No,
It did.
okay.
similar flavors.
Yeah, very similar
Um,
flavors. I thought I was going to see somebody similar pop into this the frame, but
Yeah,
then it was like Clockwork Revolution. I was like,
right.
oh,
The day before that was the Summer Games Fest, which was done by Jeff Keighley and the people who are behind Video Game Awards. So that's their summer
Deadeye
thing.
Jeff Keighley.
And Deadeye
was
Jeff
it?
Keighley.
What was
And they showed Mortal Kombat 1 gameplay.
yeah. Oh my
Holy shit.
God. Holy
It's
crap.
Nick-
Whoever
Nakano.
comes up with
Nakano.
fatalities they need to be
Sick.
put in prison.
Yeah, okay. There we are. We're
yeah.
there then.
Yeah, it's whole bunch of stuff. Prince of Persia is back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Cyberpunk.
God.
Oh yeah.
Cyberpunk.
Today
Idris
they
Elba
showed-
Snyder-
running
they
Cyberpunk.
showed
Pioneer.
Idris, which has a release date of
September?
26th.
Yep.
Cyberpunk DLC, right?
Yes,
first
Phantom
DLC?
Liberty.
Yep.
With
Idris
all-
Alba is in it.
Whole new
Yo.
campaign with Idris Elba.
Yep.
Keanu Reeves is there to talk about it because
Yep.
he rules.
Girl.
Yeah.
Oh, and Mike,
Yes, sir.
it's time to
butthole.
dust off our rigs because Forza Motorsport.
Forza Motorsport is real.
Yeah.
I have a duster ready.
Ford was kind of like behind that as well.
Oh
like,
yes, Forza
helping
dude.
out.
Yeah.
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 Forza's already like a major company. They just made a game.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Oh, and a new Xbox.
and a new Xbox.
A new Xbox S.
Yeah, new Xbox S, which is just the digital version of an X, right?
Right, but yeah, it's the same as the S, but it's just a terabyte of storage now,
Oh, so
and it's all
Buy X,
black.
kids.
Yeah,
Buy
and
X,
it's all
kids.
black.
Yeah.
So
It's carbon black.
Same.
As somebody
Same.
who is a PlayStation loyalist and have been for a
Yes,
long
ma'am.
time, I know a lot of these also are coming to the PlayStation.
Yes.
Mhm.
If you were to pitch based on this weekend and what you know is also coming out, why should I get an Xbox?
Well,
Why?
perfect segue
I got you.
because
talking about
Accidental
Starfield.
brilliance.
we're going to talk about
Ooh,
Starfield. So
That's
let's
an
hold
Xbox
on that one.
a little major company called Bethesda was bought by Microsoft a year
Who
and a
that?
half
I
ago.
don't know those people. Who
Yeah.
are they?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Microsoft owns Bethesda,
Yeah.
and the people behind Skyrim and Elder Scrolls
Me!
are
I'm those people.
making the biggest game they've made in 25 years.
Here's
Yeah.
the kingdom fuck.
25
Basically.
years in the making.
This is 25 years in the making.
Yeah.
I would have a hard time. We're going to have a hard time conveying to you. There is a 45-minute, beautifully well done.
You sent that, and I'm gonna be honest
Showcase.
with you. I like clicked on it. I'm like, oh, cool. You guys are right about this. I clicked on it, and I saw 45 minutes. I'm like,
All right,
Yeah, it's
Fair enough.
huge,
It's
massive.
huge. If they talk
It's
about it a lot.
massive.
there's smartwatches with this thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
wait, are you
Yeah.
talking about the Pokey thing? Remember when Pokemon?
No.
It's
I was
It's
on my phone
no.
looking at my
This
steps
is
to trade my
Poke nothing.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
this is
Think of
nothing.
an Apple Watch or a Samsung Watch.
Right.
It's like that. Like exactly.
Apple Watch
Like
or
for
Samsung
space
Watch.
games.
What do
Got
you
it.
mean?
And it's
What are you
and it's
talking about? I
for
didn't see
real.
this-
It's
I didn't
real.
See this part. What do you
Okay.
mean a watch?
We're going to get
What?
to it. We're going to get to it. Can we get to it?
Yeah, well, let's do all the other games first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
A watch?
there was a Star Wars game announced today, but we'll get to that in a minute.
You better.
Yeah,
damn
we'll give
well
it.
believe
Yeah,
it will.
Yeah.
Because that's behind a game company that me and Rob know very much about. But real quick, Starfield is everything you could possibly imagine an open world exploring game set in space where there are multiple planets, characters, scenarios, people. You make your own ship. If your ship's big enough, you can take on bigger missions like smuggling and freighting. And you have a group of people that are called the Constellation. That's what you're a part of. They're called the Constellation.
A
Story of my life, bro. Story of my life. It's biography.
1,000 planets.
1,000.
There are space cowboys.
They
There are
self-generate.
aliens. There are
Word for
people
I
word.
like Bebop. That's
there are
nice guy.
people that you meet that are like, can I come with you? And be
Mhm,
an asset towards your freight ship.
Companions.
Companions. You can
Companions.
make your own companion droid that protects you.
And you
want
can
his
make your
arms long,
own
make
base
his arms
camp.
long. You can explore a planet and go, I want to set my outpost here and
and
go,
live there.
this is where my home base is now because
And then go to another
I
one.
chose that. Claire, you could go to a space beach and just hang out
A space
You get a
bitch?
in your little space underwear
Space beach.
with your space umbrella, drinking a space mimosa.
I
And-
mean, that
okay.
sounds like
And
a
you have
vibe
to-
right there.
Yeah,
There
And you have
are-
to
Gandalf.
mine all
Okay.
of the stuff
Like
to make to
Neamos.
do all this shit. You have to mine material.
To be fair, there are plenty of games that are 7 years long, 8 years long. Some games even reach 10 years. We're talking about a game that could easily be 10 years, but has the potential to be a 15-year plus gaming experience.
Yeah. You know how
Yes.
Skyrim
Dave-
you could
One
play
5
Skyrim still
years.
right now. You
Yes,
can play
1
Skyrim
5.
now and still discover new shit.
Right.
They are trying to top
and
that.
these are people that made Skyrim.
And that's the
Fallout
limited edition
together.
controller for it.
Yeah.
Claire,
Okay.
thousands of planets that you can explore.
Right.
I mean, like that's 1,000 planets. I don't think I could probably get through 10 planets in a year. By
you can
just
find other humans that are like, holy crap, we thought we were the last ones. Can you
That-
help us? And then we're
that
like,
is-
yeah, we can.
That's
I
kind
mean,
of nice
that-
because I literally wouldn't have to buy another game ever because
Ever.
I'm going to be honest with you. I
Yeah.
bought Tears of the Kingdom
Also,
the day it came out. And guess
Right.
what? I haven't done shit in it
Right.
yet.
also,
I've just been exploring nonsense.
also
And you can
still
build
need-
stuff
still
in
need
it.
to
Story.
transport between first over the person and first person with a button.
Yeah.
If you want to be first person, you can be first person. If you want to be over the shoulder, like Resident Evil 4 style, like not even third person, like really good tight controls of over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Mass Effect style.
Minecraft really
Okay.
set the bar for like being able to create shit, like make
Yeah.
your own world.
Yeah.
And
Dude,
then
this
Fallout 4 brought a
Mm.
whole new like build style that was so cool.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
they just like ramped it up to 1,000.
Yeah.
People
You
are
can
like, what are
pilot
the
your own
concerns,
ship.
right? What are the concerns, right? You're telling me all this stuff. I want to grab with all these things.
Yeah.
Are
Tell
all
me
these
what
things
tell
at
me what are
launch?
the main
Are all
concerns?
these things far away? The concern is we're getting all this at once, right? Or
Mike,
no,
listen.
Or you're gonna be a
if I can interrupt
service
for
game.
just a second. If I can interrupt for just a second. This
Yeah,
game
yeah.
sounds nice. 15
Yeah.
years of possible gameplay. I've been playing Burger Time for over 40 years, and I still haven't made the perfect burger yet.
I'm telling you, dude. And they've been pushing this game
Root beer
back on
tapper.
purpose, Rick. On purpose, because you're right. This is a lot of shit they're gonna be throwing at us.
When people
But
are
I love
like,
a good
"Where's my
burger."
Skyrim
No, yeah.
HD? I'm like, here's your Skyrim HD. They were
Microsoft.
making this.
Yeah. Microsoft Xbox needed this game.
Right.
Well, this
They
is
need
true.
this.
When
Dude,
you
it's
look
a
at
failure
games,
of
No.
And
Xbox
it's,
6.
and it's Game Pass. This is
Ethan's
gonna
been
Yes.
sell
sitting here like,
Xbox
I
Yeah.
need my Elder
Yeah.
Scrolls 6, and they're putting
I was
their
gonna
effort
say-
Listen,
here.
Claire, they dropped. I thought, dude, I thought Elder 6 was coming out. Oh, when I saw that Elder Scrolls Online thing drop, and it really scared me. It disappointed me. But
Elder 6
whatever.
isn't coming because they're working on this.
Yes,
Yeah.
This
I
is your
really
Elder
did
6.
right now.
This is your Skyrim 2. Trust me. This is the one. You want to excavate, you want to mine.
Man, I
You
just
wanna
bought a
do-
PS5.
I know
Damn it.
it's complicated, but I'm telling you, you're going to have plenty of time because I think in order to make this game the way it has to be, we're not going to get a lot of this at launch. It's going to have to be a service game. A lot. Will we be getting all these things they're saying?
Commodore 64.
100%. We're getting everything they're saying. 100%.
Cocktail at my old
Yeah.
work.
Will
called
there
Commodore
be
64.
paywalls behind it? Probably.
That's a
Because
good
this-
point.
This is where we're at. This is where we're at.
Oh, well,
This
there's
is where we're
gonna
at.
so there's
This is
gonna
where
be
we're
some.
at.
There's probably gonna be some subscription stuff like
It's gonna
Fallout
be a
76,
service
for
game.
instance.
Probably.
Fallout 76, like there was a subscription where you
Right.
could get like unlimited
Season
storage.
passes and things
And
like that.
Yeah,
like, you
it's-
could get like a new special thing, but it was
Because-
never
Yeah.
anything to like. They did Fallout 76 where like your subscription didn't make you better than people. You could
Right.
just get access to some like cooler skins and shit like that, but
No.
like no like guns that are better than everybody
Yeah,
else.
right, exactly.
and shit
It's
like
not,
that.
it's not,
You-
it's
you gotta-
only- it's cosmetic. It's not
Yeah,
game
you-
changing.
You got to
Okay,
remember
that's
this
what I was
game.
like, why
Yeah,
would I
you.
do that?
But you got to
Right.
remember this game is so massive and huge. For it to last, they're gonna have to keep it
They're gonna-
going.
Exactly.
So
And this
they're
isn't
gonna have to
online.
do this. You know what I mean?
Because games as a service is the norm now.
And this
Unfortunately,
isn't online, right, Michael?
it's online, but there's no.
But it's no
here's the
online.
thing.
There's no online component to
There's
it.
no online component to it. Like you
Right.
can play this offline. There is no co-op, and I'm okay with this because a lot of these games like this will cram a co-op situation in, and it limits the game.
Yeah, it
If you
does.
want to say,
Yeah.
if you want everything to happen,
Yeah,
you got to have a different experience than your friend. It needs
Yeah.
to be talked about
yeah,
and,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
seen.
yeah.
I'm
know,
out.
so-
I'm out because I don't want the government looking at my game server,
Exactly.
checking out my jabbing my
And
titty
it's
games.
Game Pass. Now, Claire, what Game Pass is? This is why Xbox is kind of like, hey, we got
There's no way this would be on Game Pass though.
this is 100% on Game
It's
Pass.
100% going to be on Game Pass.
Everything,
Yeah.
everything we saw today was
It's good, yeah.
day one
Yeah.
Game Pass.
It said
This
that
You gotta-
is the-
yeah.
This game was to sell Xboxes and
Yep.
Game
Pass. That is their number one baby. Is Game
100%.
Pass.
Xbox
Game
needs
Pass
this.
needs a quadruple A game
I love
Yes.
Game
To
Pass.
sell systems in Game,
Game Pass is awesome.
And this is the game.
Maybe
when we think about-
$15 a month
Yeah.
for games you don't have to worry about if they're bad or not because you can just delete them.
Yep.
when you think
man.
when you think about exclusives
Sign me
by
up.
system, you think about
Right.
exclusives by system. Look at what Sony's done with something like with Spider-Man and Last of Us
100%.
right now.
Insomniac
Just-
got them,
Yeah.
got them
And
with a
God of
show.
Just
War
those two games,
and-
but just those two games. Yeah, ain't God of War, but just those two games right there. You think about how big those games have gotten in the video game space, and
Right.
for a system like Xbox to not have that, that's a
Yeah.
huge chunk of
Well,
that
here's
gamer
the thing,
market.
Rick. Here's
Yeah.
the thing. But PlayStation knows this because
We have better games.
Not even that. They also rebranched their entire PlayStation Plus system
Yeah.
because Game Pass.
Because of Game Pass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
They
Yeah, it's
restructured
amazing.
it.
Yeah.
Tiered
They-
now.
It's tiered because it's like, well, we can't compete. All we really have is we got Naughty Dog, we got Santa Monica, we got Insomniac, and they outside of PlayStation Studios, which realistically at their event that happened 2 weeks ago only showed 4 games made from them
Mhm, mhm.
Right.
on
Right.
their
So now-
show. But whatever.
So now,
whatever.
so now the Star Wars game.
Okay, boom. Thank you, Rick.
Outlaws. Great
Star Wars
segue.
Outlaws is being made by Ubisoft, which has a show next week. So they're going
Tomorrow.
to show more. They're going to show more of it.
Hell yeah.
Let me
It's
tell
made
you
by
something.
Team
Who the-
Massive. Massive are
not
behind the
E3.
Division games.
Yes.
They
Mhm.
said this is going to be a Division game style, though. This is the first ever open world, non-linear. I want to put that around in parentheses for people before they start attacking me in the comments. First open world, non-linear Star Wars game.
What is actually that?
What does that mean?
Yes.
Okay,
off the
non-linear
rails. Off the rails, son.
is what Elden Ring is. Go. We're not
Okay.
telling you what to do. Go over there.
Right.
It's what Starfield is. You see that
Okay.
moon? Go to that
Yeah,
moon.
let's go to it.
Go
Yeah.
to it. Welcome to
If
Star
you want
Wars
to.
world.
Yeah.
If you want.
Yeah, if you want to.
I
Right.
wonder if there's going to be like an objective you can go to that you have to go
there
to.
will
but
be a
like,
story.
you can
Oh,
just,
for
but you don't
sure.
have
Sure,
to
there'll
go,
be a story.
you don't
Yeah,
have
I
to
think
go to that.
Yeah, I think it will be for sure. The one thing that I saw with the game, the cinematics, my God,
Yeah.
were better than. They look almost real.
Yeah. Oh, dude, the
and
trailer.
not a
looks fantastic.
lightsaber in sight.
Not a
Yep.
lightsaber in sight.
And
Just
I'm
smugglers and
all
pirates
about
and
it. Yeah,
yep.
all about it, dude. And
oh.
I hope.
Oh, question to you guys, Dan. Anybody that knows, was that character at the end, Jalen, anybody that was known from something else?
No.
No.
Okay, because
Everybody
I've heard the
is
name
brand
Jalen
new.
in Star Wars a couple of
Yeah.
times.
I like it. I like it.
Everybody
And
you
I
saw
wonder
was
if-
brand new. pretty much.
See, like, and if I'm wondering if you can make, since that name Jalen, right? That's the name of the character.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that's male or female. So I'm wondering if you could make your character like a Mass Effect thing.
No,
like
no,
you can either be
no,
male or female.
no.
Yeah.
This Jalen character was a person that she came to at near the end of the trailer
Oh,
that was
okay.
on the ship. It was
on
a
her
it was a
ship,
it was a guy, and I know there's been a couple of Star Wars characters or characters in the game or something that were named Jalen.
Galen.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Yeah,
Galen
Jalen
Erso
looks a little bit
and,
like Kyle
um,
Katarn
Galen
just
Merrick.
by appearance. He
Mhm.
also looks a little bit like Littlefinger from Game of Thrones.
That's
A little
unfortunate.
bit.
But this story, the way they presented
Protect
this
your
thing,
dignity. Sorry.
it's in between Empire and Return of the Jedi, right? Because we see Han Solo and Carbonite, and if this is going to overlap,
Was
with
that him?
the
Okay.
story-
That
yeah.
it was.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. Okay, I
if
thought
this
so.
is going to
yeah.
overlap with stories like this, to me, it sounds like it's going to be after the War of the Bounty Hunter stuff that happened in the comics, and at this time, the criminal syndicate, even though it sounds like there's like that's the power struggle for the game more so than Rebels and Empire.
Sure.
The criminal syndicate is in shambles during this time. The Hutt Council is all dead except for Jabba. The Pikes are there. The
Mhm.
droid Gatra is making a name for themselves. There's another group that was in the Tarkin novel that's only ever been mentioned in the Tarkin novel that might be popping up in this thing. One of my favorite things about this game when I was looking at some of the cinematics, it got me thinking about the Battle of Tanab. And I want Chris to jump in for this because like the Battle of Tanab happened in 4 ABY. And if this is in between Empire and Return of the Jedi, we could see the Battle of Tanab, which was a battle amongst the pirates that the Empire could get involved with, and we can see Lando's maneuver at the Battle of Tanab that maybe got him his reputation. So if all of this stuff is happening, this could be like within the Crimson Empire stuff with Kira kind of on the periphery. We could see some of the Prince Shizor stuff since he's canon again in the comics. Kira could pop up. All of that stuff could all be relevant to this game. And to have this character, Kay, I forget what her last name is, but to have an openly queer Venezuelan actress portray her.
Oh,
this is
her name.
Your main character?
Yeah, the woman. That's why her name is Umberto. I forget what her last name is. I apologize, but like to have her, she's openly queer, lesbian woman as the lead for this game, and Nyx, her little like sidekick.
it's fucking D. Bradley Baker.
Yo, D. Bradley Paycheck is getting
cat.
it.
You know?
Yeah,
Oh.
D. Bradley Paycheck is just getting it. But I mean, come on, man. This game looks really cool. Like we haven't seen so much about like story stuff. We'll see that from right now, man. Like in a couple hours and just tomorrow. But I mean, like from what we've seen just for the story, like and knowing where this is and following canon and stuff, like it's pretty intriguing.
You know what?
Yeah.
And it's taking place in a new location in the Star Wars universe that hasn't been seen before too. I forget what I think it begins with a T, like Toshara or something like that, but it's a new location. Yeah. And also what I'm excited about, this is the biggest thing that I'm excited about for this game, is that it's specifically for the next gen system.
Yeah.
I mean, everything we saw was.
Yeah, it's all for all the games are for next gen systems. There
Everything
ain't
we
gonna
saw
be
for
no
the last 2
ports.
weeks is
Hey, just make
forward
sure
up.
that if you're gonna release it for PC, I don't care if you release it
They
the same
are.
day as the Xbox.
Take
Just
your time.
make sure it's freaking ready. All right.
Yeah.
Guess
Yeah.
what,
Right.
Dan? It
Thank
won't
you.
be. So welcome to PC world. It's fine.
Swear to God,
you,
Starfield.
you chose, man.
Swear to God,
You chose,
Starfield.
bro.
Chose to try to save some money. All right.
I
Anyway.
believe it, and you will in time with updates, many updates. Yes, you will. Enjoy your shader downloads and all that jazz.
But
hours in before you
so
start.
here's Michael. I wanted to bring something up about what you said earlier about
Yes,
Star
sir.
Wars Outlaws and how there won't, what we didn't see is a Jedi in sight, and it's crazy because you probably wouldn't see them much because the survivors, the Jedi survivors, are spread amongst the galaxy, and there's very, 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 very few of them, and because we get a couple stories about Jedi survivors and a couple red lightsabers in Ahsoka. I don't
Dan,
think it
Dan,
means what, Michael.
No Twitter, only push-ups.
Well, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about Jedi
Just-
survivors
just-
because it was like a big deal to everybody on Twitter, and it's not
Chest
there's
to
not that
ground.
many. It's not that many.
This is the only thing I have to say. Okay. The whole concept. Oh no. The whole concept.
Dan is burning a hole into the screen.
Lightsabers are like magnets. The whole concept is if you have a lightsaber and you survived, somebody else with a lightsaber, it's their entire life's mission to destroy you. So
Yeah.
odds are you might wind up in the same space from time to time, and everybody else needs just to chill the fuck out a little bit about it.
And that was
Right.
Common Sense by Claire Stribling.
You're
Yeah.
welcome, gang.
Yeah,
Stay tuned next week for more Common Sense
because we all thought that
by Claire
a group
Stribling.
of Jango Fett's could take out thousands of Jedi all at once in like one freaking night, because that's possible.
Dan, burpees now.
He needs to go for a walk. Walk it off, man. Walk it off.
I like how he Chris Foley
Listen.
walked away.
Lay off of Dan. He's been taking Xanax.
Dan X.
Only for planes, Rob.
Get this man another Dan X.
I
Oh,
get on
man.
a plane, it's just like I
Taking a Dan
I
X
need
over
it.
here.
You'll thank me. I don't want to get tackled by a freaking
No, but
Yeah.
picking back what Rick was saying, I didn't know there was I saw the trailer and like the official artwork of the main character. I was like, okay, cool. It's a different take because it being a massive open world game like this with a character that already has a voice actor behind it
Mhm.
with dialogue needed, I'm okay with us not being able to make a character from scratch and have them being like in cutscenes. You know, like that whole like.
Yeah, I don't need every game where you have to make a character
Thank
every time.
you,
Like,
thank
jeez.
Yeah, I'm okay with
I was
it.
gonna say, how
I'm
dare
cool.
you insult our silent but
Yeah.
strong Link? Okay,
Okay, look. Okay,
I'm kidding.
when he talks one day, it's gonna be massive.
I'm going to shit my pants.
Because Ganon talking, people were like, "Oh my God, Ganon!" It was like
He
kids
did.
when Michael Jackson came out. They're like, "My God!" It was like,
My Demon King.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to gameplay. I would love to see the gameplay and see what it looks like.
I'm a fan of the Division. Division was a service game, but they said it's not going to be the Division. So I'm interested to see what it's going to actually play like.
Yeah,
the Division was a cover shooter. So is this going to be some sort of cover shooter? Like they're only known for this one game. It's very interesting. Like when I found out they were doing this, I was like, okay, like I know what. Well, sorry, when Lucasfilm was like, we're extending the brand. It's not going to just be EA making our games anymore, you know. And then we got Dice left Battlefront, and then Respawn people who are behind Apex are working on the next first-person shooter. Respawn also did Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order, which is successful. And then we have Massive doing this game. So I was like, okay, Ubisoft's doing a Star Wars game. Ubisoft's a strong company. They got Assassin's Creed and Prince of Persia. What could go wrong here, right?
Yeah.
You know, and they said Massive. I'm like, okay, cool. Like I played both games, but they're only known for these games. They're a very small French company, but they're getting more people as the time goes, and now they're becoming this more big and fluctuous team of people. So I was like, what is this going to play like? Like, I mean, if it's still a cover shooter, I mean, I'm for it. You know, it is called Outlaws. I guess we're going to be some sort of like bounty hunter smuggling type of people.
Like a third person over the shoulder
cover type of situation. That's all I see right now.
It says it's supposed to be a big heist.
Right. It's some sort of heist involvement. I'm assuming it's going to be multiplayer because I don't see why it wouldn't be. If you're saying the word heist and not involving multiplayer, you're just not benefiting anyone, honestly.
Right.
Like, I'm not trying to talk to a bunch of computers about how I want to crack a safe. You know? Boring. But yeah.
So what about the other news? If I could jump in for a second about Dominic Robillard teaming up with Amy Hennig for whatever game that they're doing. Like Star Wars Newsnet had this story that
I heard Hennig. What's she doing?
Is that's the Uncharted lady, right?
Yeah,
she was the one. Queen. Yeah, that he jumped over to Skydance. He's going to be directing whatever Star Wars game that they're doing. That
wasn't. The only thing that we know that's in play is Eclipse.
They don't have the money. He can't generate funds because
he's a hack.
It's amazing what happens when you isolate.
I can go on a David Cage rant for 45 minutes. I'm going to stop right now.
Yeah.
But they are making one. Skydance is making a Star Wars game.
Skydance is making one. Respawn's making one.
Yeah.
Another one. This is the massive
another
one.
one.
Another
one.
Massive making one, and these people. These people are making one.
We were told that Battlefield was put on stop, and that you heard also that the Old Republic is just taking slow time.
It's taking the remake is taking some time. Okay. There's a lot of quality of life changes. Like if you look at the timeline of how RPGs changed since KOTOR 1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna have to do a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah, you really gotta rebuild the game.
Give people time, dude. Like let people make the game.
It's not, dude. You can't. That doesn't happen anymore with this. Yeah. Everybody needs instant gratification.
That's because we know too much.
Doesn't exist.
That's why I miss game magazines.
This is so silly too because you don't realize that, guys. After you finish a game, there's typically so much other shit you can do.
Yeah, that's why.
There's 5 million other fucking games you can do that with, and just run around and go wild.
Claire, her back catalog is insane right now.
Don't.
She has no idea
saying that
what
very
to do.
loud.
She doesn't even know what Cal Kestis is up to.
I finished it. I finished that one.
I'm kidding, Claire. I'm kidding. I was right there with you.
Okay, I'm just saying. Like, look, here's the thing. Let's go explore some other shit.
Yeah.
I think that everybody benefits if we let them take their time.
Yeah, let them
Yeah.
build.
I don't
Yeah,
give a
let 'em-
fuck if you need to take
Don't rush
long
game
ass time.
developers.
Don't
please.
rush 'em.
Otherwise,
Exactly.
go back to Stratego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't rush
We've got
game developers
family.
just like you shouldn't rush
Minesweeper's
VFX
still out.
people at Marvel.
And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I replay
Get that
Ocarina of
Minesweeper
Time
DLC.
once every 2 to 3 years. And
Yes, you
guess
should.
what? It's always an A+ experience.
Yeah.
That's the
Timeless.
great thing about games. You can go back and you can play them
Oh,
again.
Claire,
And you
I
can
can go
find
on
your
a-
things and have a new experience.
I'm going all day about
Crazy.
the times where there were updates to fix your broken game and games that just came out working. And they were like, here's this perfect game. Have fun.
Yeah. Yep.
It took 6 years.
Let's not name those games on this show.
No, let's go ahead. Let's do it. Let's call them
There's
out.
like a list of them.
Well, see, Boop, when
Yeah,
Starfield
pages.
comes out, I'm going to be collecting plants from different planets.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
find
It's
out.
not
Oh,
just
and
going to be
ships.
lavender anymore.
And,
like
and you can
Skyrim.
collect ships and actually use them to fly through
I'm
space.
gonna,
Yeah.
I'm
Like, there's
gonna
only so much
turn-
dragon's tongue I can go for.
Hey, Claire, I want to live my life as a space cowboy / pirate and then just bother people and go to their ship, kill everyone on it, and take it over.
Yeah.
You can do that in this game.
Yeah.
That's what I did right here.
I'm going to be
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
spaceport
Yeah.
Dane going around the galaxy trying
Rick was
foods.
already there.
Rick's like, you're not dead yet, but the
Oh,
night
I'm
is young.
in and always-
I'm just going to go
Oh,
around the
boy.
galaxy trying foods like
Yeah.
I brought
spaceport
tapes.
Dane.
I got tape.
We also got Fable, which was one of my favorite
Fable,
freaking
yeah.
games.
Yeah.
We had
That's cool.
3 of them, right? 3
3 of
Fables.
them. This time,
this-
there's no Peter Molyneux attachment. Thank God, that guy's weird. He told us that during the Xbox 360 era that leaves are going to fall off trees and change weather. I was like, relax, pal. You guys
I
can't
don't
even remake a
know if
Madden
you really
game.
learned how to science, my guy.
Did he do that though?
No,
Oh,
no, he didn't, Dan.
I thought
It's
the
coming,
season-
though.
I thought the seasons
said it's
changed in
coming.
that game.
No, you got a dog.
Oh, that's right.
It
Whatever.
barked.
It's been a while since I played
Followed
Fable.
you around.
I loved when you could get evil.
In Fable 3 was like, we
Orange.
want you to be a good guy, but you could be a bad guy, but the story won't make sense. But this one is like, hey guys, we're actually going to take actual fables and make it a game because there seems to be giants and beanstalks, and because it feels like the comic Fables. That's a game, pretty much. And it's like you're in
All
this
right.
world where every fairy tale exists, and you get to go play,
Oh, it's like that one show.
which is based off the comic Fables. Once upon a time,
okay.
yeah.
Oh,
And that was actual in-game footage they were showing, actually.
Yes, it
too.
was, yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
So-
Nice.
And
I
it
got-
opened, and that's what Xbox opened the show with Fable.
I didn't see that. one.
They opened
Thanks,
the show
Mark.
with Fable, and I think it went into Massive. And I'm like at work, like on our like big screen, and it's coming on. I see Ubisoft Massive, and it's like on mute with music playing. I was like, oh, Star Wars. And my friend was like, coworker's like, how do you know? And he sees the TIE fighter. He was like, how did you know Star? Like, oh, they're making it one. This is the vision. And I'm just like looking like a book that's in stock. Like, yeah, it's a thing.
Like blah blah blah. It'd be the nerd
Yeah.
stuff.
Hippity boppity
Right.
boopity.
This is my
Star
everyday,
Wars.
dude.
Oh, here's another one for you. So they're actually adding, and I don't know if I still play it to this day. Actually, I played it earlier today. They're adding some story elements to Overwatch. A story.
Moving
yeah.
on. Quit.
Like I said, they're adding story to Overwatch 2, which is
Yeah, you know why?
called
You know
Invasion.
why? Oh, Invasion, and not the mode you promised called Hero Mode, where we get to have the
Mhm.
PvE events and level up characters that you promised us that I knew wasn't ever coming when Peter Kaplan left.
Well, it looks like it came.
No, it's not. I don't care.
It's just it's a story mission with some new heroes and stuff like that.
Sorry,
But
Michael. Michael's
yeah,
upset.
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Mike. Other people play
Overwatch
other
hurt
games
him.
too.
It's okay, but they lied though. They
I
lied,
think
though.
every
Bunch of
game
lawyers.
every game developer lies.
Where?
It's coming
Where?
out next year.
They
5
see
years
Where?
later.
Where on the
Promising me
Wookiee?
Yep.
Where on the Wookiee did he
Where
hurt
on the
you?
Wookiee?
It was my heart, Dad. It was my giant 80-pound Wookiee heart.
Right here.
It was right here.
It shrunk 2 sizes
It
smaller.
shrunk 2 sizes. When Jet Kaplan was like, "Hey guys, you guys want to Overwatch cinematic experience? All those CGI trailers that ruled in the first game that you guys wanted context behind,
Mike
we
Carey's
got
right.
you." And then they were like, "We got to build Cosby Room." And then everybody goes, Jet Kaplan was like, "Well, I'm out. Bye. I'm not insane."
The pudding.
You know, and it was like I got to see gameplay of Reinhardt throwing a grenade, Rob, and that's gone. That's taken from me. That's taken from me. Tracer with a skill tree, taken from me. They took out my Pixar hero shooting Overwatch heart, and they were like, "Hey, Rogue, you want all those things like player versus event?" No.
We heard it was your
Sorry.
birthday.
Mike,
We heard
I'm
it was
sorry.
your birthday. We're going to rip out your soul and have you compete against PC players while you hold a controller. You'll never win. Go back to Call of Duty, nerd. And I did, Rob. I went back. I was like Andy Dufresne. I was on my knees in the rain, Rob. Liars.
Liars. Liars.
You
Well,
lied.
I think we all know how Mike feels about Overwatch.
Yeah, I love that.
Any other games?
Yeah. Hellblade 2.
From non-liars?
Hellblade.
Totally. Hellblade 2 's coming
Hellblade
out.
2.
That looks like a real life thing. That's it.
That's it.
Those are people. So
Yeah. That looks
can't be
awesome.
that
Was
can't
that
be a thing you
realistic?
control with a controller.
Yeah, for real.
Wait,
It looks like
isn't that-
actual. Yo, it looks amazing.
Oh, are you bleeding through your gums in a video game? I gotta go.
Yo, the visuals on this game are outstanding.
What was the one
Pac-Man
that
happened.
sent us, man?
What are you talking about? Like, why are you bleeding through your gums? You have pores, woman. Like, what's happening?
As somebody who doesn't know anything about
Yeah.
a lot of the lore of these video games, South of Midnight looked cool too.
Which
Yeah,
one?
it
South of Midnight.
South of Midnight.
Oh, yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
That
I
looks
Yeah.
thought it was
very
the good
cool.
root game.
Yeah.
Little devil at the crossroads going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Meets a
Wait.
giant fucking
Also,
swamp monster
people of color as
nonsense.
protagonists.
Let's go. Yes.
I heard
Inclusion matters, kids.
Wait a minute, they can do that? What? Game Studios, where have you been?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, like a dragon.
Like a dragon, bro.
Wild,
Let me
man.
tell you about Yakuza right now. They were like,
Oh
man,
boy.
there was a time in my life I was like, I really wish Yakuza would come back to the States. And then they were like, say no more, fam.
There
They
you
were like,
go.
here's everything updated with translations. And
Is
like,
Yakuza fun to play?
Yakuza is awesome.
Because there's like
Yakuza
a million
is
of
the-
them.
If you ever
Story
wanted
time.
to do some epic rock paper scissors over some
Yes.
sake,
You want to talk about the best side missions in gaming history?
I'm
Is
listening.
Yakuza.
I prefer
What
the
game?
side
There's like 6
missions
of them.
to the real missions a lot of the time.
Yes, they have nailed the side mission experience. Period. And
Okay.
these are the guys that made
Oh, yes.
they were a part of Shinmu at one point. And then when Shinmu lost or got away, they made a Yakuza game. Then, excuse me, the first 2 Yakuza games were
No.
on like PlayStation 2 games, and they hired like major actors to be like Japanese people, and like Elijah Dushku and Michael Madsen are playing like Japanese people in this game. Where you're just like,
because of course they are.
because of course they are. To the point where they were like, Yakuza's going to Japan, to staying in Japan. And when it came back, they were like, we're not giving you a English dub. You have
So
to
what-
read subtitles and
You
shit
gotta
like
pull
that.
up Boop's comment for just a moment. The Boop's most
What-
recent comment. I once got the
Oh my god.
and now I'm in hot water with the Japanese mafia. It's an all-star joke.
That's the
He's
good
in
the
hot water
globe
with the
clap right
jacuzzi.
there.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Oh,
the Like a Dragon. They changed the name of it because the word Yakuza is like not good. So they were like a dragon. So like you know.
Yeah.
They don't
Now,
want
how about the
Japanese name of it, by the way?
Yeah. How about I don't know who's into horror games, but Still Wakes the Deep.
Yep. I'm in for horror games. Also, Alan Wake 2 looks awesome. They said it's a combination of True Detective meets Resident Evil, and I was
Alan Wake 2 does look good.
Yeah, Dan. Yes.
Horror movies, no nightmares. Horror film, whatever weird, demented shit you put on a movie, 100% no nightmares. Put it in a game. I will not sleep for weeks. I don't really with that.
Because you experience it.
Because it's me. I am doing it.
I'm telling you, Claire, play it and stream it and let us see your face while you play.
I'm not gonna. That would be so funny.
We got this,
but
Rob.
I like my sleep. I like being able to get a full night's sleep when I rarely can.
We're going to buy Claire a case of chamomile tea so she can sleep.
Add it to Relaxium Gaming. Claire will scream shit and cry.
She gets scared.
I am there watching.
Both of you guys freaking out in front of me while I go.
Yes,
I like it.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't like it.
I know we dropped it, but Dan doing early Dead Space was like, yeah.
Oh, did you guys mention Avowed?
Oh no, that's another one. Avowed, yeah.
Yo,
that's another one that's coming.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's Obsidian, which are the original creators of Elder Scrolls, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Well, here's
me in on
we're
this.
in a very interesting alignment right now. We have comics, games, movies, and television are like it's like a laser beam going through mirrors right now. Like we're all connected. It's all connecting. Everything we like, every outlet right now in geek culture is incredible.
It's almost
Comics
like
is at the
storytellers
best.
in all aspects are doing a really fucking good
Really
job.
good
so
job.
Maybe we should work together.
We're doing a good job during a writer's strike right now. Just think about that.
Think about that.
The last writer's strike we had, like
no AI needed.
Yeah, heroes wind up sucking and shit. Like shit like that, like got affected. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I mean, it's no too early to tell. But you know, hope those guys get all their money. Pay writers, guys.
There's a picture in this where you look like a vault boy amongst this.
In what?
What?
In what game? Obsidian? The Obsidian game?
Yeah, there was a picture
of buy us.
What did they do? What did they put that in there for?
Don't forget about your wife and child. Play video games.
They don't need you that bad, dude.
I don't need you that bad. Game Spectre.
Your kid's a figment of your imagination.
Yes, it's cool to pee yourself now.
Your baby's actually 22 years old.
Okay.
Speaking,
food is invisible.
Oh my god.
I'm your food.
Oh man.
Press the X button.
Speaking
Looks
of
like
video games,
Claire looks like she's over there playing Stray. Random.
I'm not joking.
Oh, by the way,
that's the next thing I'm streaming. I have not purchased it yet.
Yeah.
Is it good? Has anybody heard about it?
It was up for Game of the Year last year, Rob.
Oh wow!
And I'm telling you, I now have a cat that looks like this.
Yeah. Angie wanted to play that too and actually stream it. But we were wondering if it was going to be any good.
You get a cool little vest for your cat that holds items in it. Play the game.
Cat. I want her to have look how cute.
Satchels all around its body.
Just pouches all over the place.
It's like
a little miniature ginger horse.
Satchels have bands attached to them. That'll be a terrible game.
Like it was drawn by Rob Liefeld.
Satchel cat.
Pockets everywhere.
Pockets everywhere. And small, tiny feet.
Toaster guns.
No wrists, no ankles.
Toaster guns and baguette swords. And everyone eats lemons. and there's 6-packs through sweatshirts.
Yeah. Captain America chest, 3 feet out.
Right. And like, look at my hamstrings and my jeans.
Look at my calves. They don't exist.
No.
Look at my impossible anatomy.
I'm always fogged by my feet.
We like you, Rob Liefeld. We like you, Rob Liefeld.
Yes, that's
Are
right.
those
The man who can't
arrows?
draw-
No, those are toes. Those are arrows.
can't draw the biggest pecs.
Look at my glowy eye. I'm Rob Liefeld.
All right, we're going off the rails. We hope you all enjoyed this episode of Shootin' the Poodoo.
This was an open world episode. No rails.
It
was.
You
Part
can go
two.
anywhere. Massive. There is no beginning. There is no end. But this is the end, actually.
Yeah.
So we all hope you enjoyed. Had a great time. Boop. Thank you for being on. Haven't seen you in a minute. Love to see you. Cat with a railgun. Yes. But we will
Cat
be
with a
back
railgun.
next week.
Yes. Somebody soundbite that. Right
we will
now,
be back
please.
next week with more Shootin' the Poodoo. Rob, thank you for joining us. Rick,
Cat with
thank
a
you for
railgun.
hijacking the show and adding a fifth. It actually worked out great. So you're the man.
That was awesome,
And,
guys. It was awesome.
It was lovely
Michael.
having you both.
Yes.
man.
Thanks.
Michael,
It was
you wanna
awesome.
let
This was
everybody
great. This
know
was an
where-
awesome time.
You can
A lot of
find
people
me-
showed up today too.
Yeah.
A lot
They
of
did. We had a good,
yeah. It was
Yeah,
like
we had a
over
good
10 people.
we had a
It
great
was
crowd.
good.
It's
Yeah,
all
nice
over
crowd.
the crowd.
Double
And
digits
one
is
like.
always good.
Yeah.
Double digits, baby.
You can find me here every Sunday, Shooting the Poodoo, 9 p.m. EST, and every Tuesday, Proactive Gaming, 9 p.m. EST. This week, next week, sorry, this upcoming Tuesday, Dan will be breaking more necks in Last of
Yes.
Us
Yes.
with perfect stealth.
We'll be sneaking.
Still very incredible work, dude. I want to keep praising you until you fuck up. So
Sneaky.
it
that's
was
why he's doing
insane, dude. It was everybody just went to zombies and people were like just got Roddy Pipered. Everyone just went to bed. Stay tuned for that. Last of Us part 1. Sorry.
Not yet.
Episode 2.
He hasn't made it there yet.
No one's ready for that. Only me, Claire, and Rob know the outcome of the saddest game ever created by humans. But anyway, catch us there at 9 p.m. EST. Roguezilla streaming, streaming, but through the Broaxium StreamYard page. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. We everything goes through the Broaxium Twitch or the YouTube or the Twitter or the Facebook. So you can catch us on all 4 of those platforms if you need to. Claire, Imperial Senate Podcast is back. What's up?
We are back. We are recording soon.
Like it.
Have our weekly episode drops. Last week there was no episode due to some personal reasons, but we will be back. Other than that, you can catch me here every Sunday night shooting the Poodoo. You can catch me dropping quick shots of Broaxium for each new issue of Dr. Aphra. And you know that the Sharper Coder blog's granddaughter will also be catching me dropping those Dr. Aphra new issues. I saw your comment, my friend. But yes, so it's a great issue. You're like, hey, how could they top the last run for Dr. Aphra? We're going to throw Luke Skywalker in there, and then we're going to make it super mic drop in the first issue. Yeah. So I'm just saying, do not miss Dr. Aphra. Okay.
She's the next one that needs to come off the pages.
100%.
I need it.
She's the next
my
one.
God.
She's got to be. She's been the best out of the comic books. She has been the best character created so
He's
far.
the best,
100%.
newest character made for
Yeah.
the comics, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant.
1000%. And give us that series. It would be so goddamn good.
Oh my God.
And on that subject, happy Pride to my fellow LGBTQTs. I love you all. And Aphra is one of us, so go read her shit.
Ditto.
Lord mercy.
Robert?
Yes. Hello. Well, it was awesome being here. It was great. I love coming to
Rob, this is what a
Broaxium and hanging out.
podcast feels like.
Yes,
I know you
and
haven't started yours. But this
that is something that we'll be starting. But you guys can catch me on Instagram under Just Me Rob, or you can catch us on me and Angie on Creative Eyes, trailer reactions, and other good stuff that's coming up on there, and podcast coming soon. And gaming, Creative Eye Gaming is going to be starting, and all that good gravy stuff and
Yeah.
reactions to
for
shows
real?
and movies and stuff.
Ooh,
Yes.
good names.
We've all talked about that one, haven't we? Yes. So,
Quite. Yes.
quite, yes. Cheerio. But yeah, so that's it. Yeah.
I say.
And
Right
Rick, what do you got going on?
I got a lot going on. I had a brand new episode of Jam Transmissions come out yesterday. That is my podcast, Jammed Transmissions, with our
Struthers.
good friend Eric Struthers, the nicest man in, outside of this space. And
The hair, the man, the
I have
myth, the legend.
I have a brand new website, jammedtransmissions.com, that has all the links for everything, for reviews and emails, and links to all of the other fantastic shows in the podcasting space, including this one. There's a link to the YouTube to listen to this show or watch this show. I also just started up a TeePublic page. I got 2 banger t-shirts that are out there. One of them is called Thrawn's Grasp. The other one is called Ahsoka's Lament, and they are banger shirts. I hope you guys go ahead and buy those. They are double printed front and back.
Awesome.
Outside of that, I am the 4th handsomest person on this screen right now. And I'm glad that you guys invited me, even though you didn't. So, fuck you, Dan, for not. And I just want to say,
Lesson learned.
hey, listen, I'm the 4th of wait, 1, 2. Let me take off a shoe. I'm up there. I'm ranking up in the top of the. I'm in the
He's
top
in the
5.
top 5.
I'm in the top 5.
5.
So yeah, there's a lot going on. I got plans for Jam Transmissions coming up soon. I would love to have each and every one of you guys come on at some point in the future, but it's a busy summertime with the kids out of school and all of that fun stuff. And I love all of you, and thanks for letting me kick down the door like the Kool-Aid man. And
Oh yeah.
Also, shout out to your son and junior bro host, Isaac.
Oh, yeah.
Killing
Killing
it, bro.
it, bro.
He's been
Killing
killing
it.
it, bro. And
Hello,
you've been killing it too, man.
We
By
got,
the way,
Thank you.
Little
Thank you.
Rick,
Killing
and then
it
we
too,
got
dude.
Keith from Kerwin and Keith.
Hell yeah.
Father son podcast. Like,
Killing it.
we gotta keep doing it. I love it. I love that your son keeps jumping in. It's awesome. He does
And
a
they're all
job,
great.
man. It's
Every
so
single
Everybody.
one is so good. All
Yeah,
of the quick
our
shots are
whole
great.
crew has been killing it. Chris has got a great rotation, and I couldn't be more thankful for all of you guys chipping in and doing these quick shots with us. So thank you all again for joining all of our Broaxium stuff. Check out Broaxium YouTube. Everything's there. The Star Bros, the quick shots. I mean, we've got all kinds of stuff. A Broca is going to be coming out once Ahsoka drops. Me and Chris are going to be back doing some more videos for you on that. So stay tuned, and we will see you guys next week. And I got to find this exit thing here, but may the force be with you always.